Alright, and welcome to Solving Basic Equations, Level 8. Now for example 1, we are looking at this crazy monster of equation, but we're going to put our three questions that we've been working through, we're going to put all three questions together, and if you ask yourself these three questions in this order, you'll be able to solve any linear equation no matter how difficult it looks. So let's start with question number 1. Can I simplify? Can I simplify the left or the right side? Well, on the left side, we see this negative 2 outside the parentheses, and we know that we can distribute. Yeah, so we can simplify. We can say, you know what, negative 2 times 3x is actually negative 6x. We can say negative 2 times negative 4, a negative times a negative is a positive, and 2 times 4 is 8. And then, of course, we can just drop all that because it can't be simplified any further. Okay, check. Let's look at our second question. Are my variables together? Are my variables together? And let's see, I see the negative 6 here, I see the 5x there, so the answer is obviously no. And remember, when we have variables on both sides, it's a better idea to move the smaller one. So we know that a negative is actually smaller than a positive, so how do you get rid of negative 6x? Well, you need a positive 6x. And what we do to the left, of course, we're going to do to the right. And so, of course, I create my zero pair. Don't get lazy on me. Write that ZP, and we see, okay, you know what? We drop our 8 is equal to 5x plus 6x. That's going to be 11x. And I drop that 7 plus 7. And now we can move on to our third question. How do I get x by itself? How do I get x by itself? And for I think like the fourth video, we're going to use PEMDAS in reverse. And so what operations do I see? Well, of course, I see my standard multiplication. I see my standard addition. And working from the bottom to the top, we get rid of our addition first by using subtraction. Oh, this is pretty nice. 8 minus 7, we all know that. That would be 1 is equal to 11x. We circle our zero pair. Don't get lazy on me. And now we have 1 equals 11x. And notice I now get rid of my multiplication by dividing both sides by the coefficient in front of x. And once that reduces to 1, we say x is equal to 1 over 11. And guys, y'all just solved a pretty difficult equation. Pat yourself on the back. All right, let's go to our second example. And remember, if you haven't finished taking the notes, pause the video and finish taking the notes. All right, here we have example number 2. Now, you'll notice here, let's just go ahead and kind of abbreviate these things. We'll say, you know what, what's my first question? Can I simplify? Can I simplify the left or the right? And we see that our distribution will actually take place on the right-hand side. So we can say, okay, we have negative 8 plus 12x is equal to, and let's even keep this color consistent. 3 times 10x is 30x, and 3 times 8 is 24. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next question. And our next question is, are my variables together? So I'll just use the word together. Are my variables together? And no, we can see that the 12x and the 30x are separate. Now, which one would you move, the 12x or the 30x? Well, the better idea would be to move the smaller one. And so we can subtract 12x from both sides. Okay. And so wait a second. So now we got negative 8. We have our zero pair. It's gone. Negative 8 is equal to, and here since I did this in blue, I'll keep it color consistent. 30x minus 12x is 18x. And I'll switch back to my green, and we got that plus 24. Now from here, we go to our third and final question. And let's just say this. How do I get x by itself? And of course, we're going to use our little PEMDAS mnemonic. And what do we see? We see our multiplication, and we see our addition. And you know what? As we get rid of addition first, We subtract 24 from both sides. Now ask yourself, what is negative 8 minus 24? Well, it's like you owe me $8 and you owe your other friend $24, and altogether you would add them, you would owe $32 is equal to 18x. And now we're down to our second to last step. We want to get rid of our multiplication by using division. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, using division, we'll divide both sides by 18. And once we do this, we'll say, you know what, x is equal to negative 32 over 18. Now the last thing we want to ask ourselves, remember guys, this is a long, crazy problem. Can we reduce? Can we reduce? And the answer is yes. It looks like the biggest number that goes into both of these is probably, yeah, it's just 2, I think. So let's divide both of these by 2. And we're going to get this. X is equal to negative 32 divided by 2 is negative 16 over 18 divided by 2 is 9. And yeah, you can't reduce that any further. Hey, if you've made it through all 8 levels and you've been working diligently through this packet, your solving skills are going to be on another level. And I am so excited to get to work with you moving forwards, because you're going to find that the math will start to get a whole lot easier. All right, thank you all so much, and y'all have a great day.